He said it's a spring cleaning of his head.
Yes. It's the pineapple socks that do it.
Nadia is pulling in right now, I do believe. But we are going to start. So let's start in a comfortable cross-legged seat. If cross-legged doesn't feel good on the knees, you can always sit like I was just sitting in Vajrasana with a block underneath your butt.
If it doesn't feel good on your knees, you sure couldn't do that.
No, so if you ever injure your inner knee, cross-legged will be painful, but 2 blocks between your ankles, there's no external rotation of the knee. Depending on what kind of knee issue you're going through, right? If you have a knee replacement, this is impossible. But thank you for that. So, any way that's comfortable. As long as your hips are elevated above your knees, so maybe sitting up on a blanket or a bolster, and we won't be here long. But I just wanted to share. Yesterday morning I had this beautiful experience where I had a few extra moments before I had to run off to class. I went outside and I had woken up, my entire yard was in a cloud. I live on a little mountainside in Pennsylvania, and the fog was so beautiful and the sun is coming up over the rise of the valley, the hill, and it's hitting all the dewdrops on every little piece of grass in my yard. And I went like this. I was about to get up and run inside to get my camera to capture it. And I sat myself back down. I said, what the heck? There is another teacher that sometimes we miss the beauty of the moment because we want to pin it down. We want to hold on to it longer. We want to make it ours. We want to own that moment. And that's one of my biggest challenges as a creative. I'm seeing the cinematography of every moment. I'm like, I can capture that and share it with the world right here. But in yoga, this is referred to as Raga and Dvesha, attachment or attraction and aversion. We want to pin down and hold on to and own joy, those happy moments. And we want to stay far away from the moments of discomfort, pain, despair, anger. More of the good stuff, less of the bad stuff, good vibes only. And yoga teaches us that these 2 swings of the pendulum, from attachment to the good, to pleasure, and the running away from pain, are 2 necessary sides of the coin, but the yogi is able to watch them happen from that center point, from that place of non-attachment to the good or bad, the recognizing that good and bad are just subjective perspectives, and showing up for the moment, whether it is enjoyable and whether you want to capture it on film or whether it is a hard moment. The blessing of the hard moments are that they are our greatest teachers. I was just chatting with a student before class that sometimes getting a yoga injury is one of our greatest teachers because it makes us slow down. It makes us listen more closely to our body. Perhaps it even helps us relate to someone sitting on the yoga mat next to us who can't do what we're doing. All that said, I'm so happy to have all of you here, and I'm so happy to have Avi back. This might be one of our last little music gigs here until the fall. Maybe. If we can convince him to come back. All right, let's start on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring 2 blocks with you. Feet together, knees wide. If you are someone who enjoys having a pillow behind their head to help lengthen out the back of their neck, I'd grab one now, or just wave your hand at me and I can go grab one from the closet for you. a healthy stress. Gentle release and stretch the hip flexors, the groin. And take a moment to lift the upper back, wrap the shoulder blades in and down. Maybe the palms rest facing up. And then you start mentally scanning your body for anywhere you're still holding a little extra tension. Softening from the tips of the toes, up the arches of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the inner knees. Relaxing down the inner line of the leg into the pelvis, the muscles around the navel. Soft across the chest, melting across the collarbones, down through the arms, into the wrists, the palms, the fingertips. And soften at the back of the skull, crown of the head, and the forehead, the cheeks, the lips, the tongue, the jaw. Start tuning into the rise and fall of your own breath if you haven't already. And start lengthening and deepening that breath. Allow the air to come in all the way down towards the navel, filling up through the side ribs to the collarbones. Your exhales, releasing collarbones, side ribs, belly. Inhale, creating space through all those parts of the chest that have yet to be expanded today. Each exhale, you surrender a little bit deeper, a little heavier into the earth beneath you. Three more deep breaths here. Starting to wiggle the fingers. Reach the arms past the ears. Stretch them long through the sides of the body. Tuck the thumbs under the forefingers and find some gentle wrist circles. And then switch direction with those circles. Hands come down to the knees. Guide them together. Heel toe the feet nice and wide apart. Allow the knees to knock in on each other. Maybe you rock the head from side to side, massaging out the back of the neck, back of the skull. And then push the blocks out of the way so that you can windshield wiper the knees from one side to the other. Laying them out to one direction on an exhale and bringing them back up through center on an inhale. You're in no rush, and it doesn't matter if you're linked up with the person next to you. You're moving at your breath rate. Perhaps starting that ujjayi quality of breath. That warm, constricted feeling at the back of the throat that allows your breath to feel and sound like ocean waves lapping on the shore. Each direction. Next time the knees come up through center, hug them around the shins, Apanasana. Few deep breaths here. Stay long at the back of the neck, heavy through the tail. The knees are squeezing in towards the breastbone. Let's flex and point the feet. And then find circles of the ankles. One direction, and then the other. Extend left leg out towards me at the front of the room. Gently land the back of the left leg on the floor. Hands stay around the front of that right shin. Pawanmuktasana. Feel your belly inflating into your thigh. Nice internal organ massage here. And stay here or find half happy baby. Maybe that right shin becomes perpendicular to the floor. Maybe the right hand finds the outer right ankle or the outside of the right foot. That left hand can rest on that left hip crease as a reminder that the left leg is engaged and pressing down towards the earth. Keep drawing that right knee in towards the right armpit. More breaths. You have a flat right foot like it's planted on the ceiling. And keep left leg long as you release the right foot. Start toggling the leg and knee across the midline. And then out to the right. So back and forth through these nice supine spinal twists. Your exhale, it crosses the midline to the left. Your inhale, it opens out to the right. Next time it crosses the midline, stay. 3 deep breaths. Maybe the left hand rests on that right outer knee. Maybe the right arm extends out to a T or a cactus shape. Big stretch across the front of that right armpit and the pec. Center. Extend both legs. And can you drag both heels towards the butt at the same time? Engage the core. Plant the feet hips distance apart. A few rounds of bridge pose. Moving with your breath. Your inhale sweeps the hips off the earth. Maybe the arms come up past the ears. Your exhale is a slow lower back down. Slow is strong here. Spread the toes a little bit wider. Imagine there's an invisible block between your knees that you are squeezing. Don't let that invisible block drop. Next time the hips lift, stay. Couple breaths. Imagine 2 little strings are picking you straight up from your hip points. Puff up your chest and ribs towards the ceiling a little more. Soften the front of the throat and the jaw. Deep inhale. Exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Pause. Hug both knees in towards the chest, hands around the shins. Pawanmuktasana on the second side. Extend right leg towards me. The heel lands. Back of the thigh is heavy towards the earth. Interlace least natural finger on top around the front of that left shin. Hug it in. And notice where the mind goes when I stop talking. When we find stillness for a moment. Perhaps you stay here. Maybe you come into a half-happy baby. Left shin perpendicular to the floor. Plant that left foot on the ceiling as the left knee squeezes in towards the armpit. Imagine a heavy sandbag is on that right thigh. Nice. How engaged would the right leg be if you were standing on your right foot right now? One more breath. Release the foot or ankle. Cross it across the body. Your next big inhale takes it back out to the left. And it's toggling from one hand to the other in no rush. And you're not just going through the movements this morning, you are here in this moment feeling your body. What does it feel like to have legs, to have femur bones that are in hip sockets, that are able to move back and forth? Next time it crosses the midline, you stay for a nice, juicy supine twist. What is it like to have a spine? Can you sense your low back, your mid back, and your upper back? Interlace your hands beneath you, or do you want to slide a block under your hips for a restorative bridge? That's great too. 5 deep breaths. All slowly rolling down, meeting on our back. Let your back settle for one breath. When you're ready, draw the knees in towards the belly. How would you like to get up to boat pose? Do you want to rock back and forth, balancing in boat, and then back to half cloud? If that doesn't suit your back, you can roll to one side, press up and meet us there in boat pose. You're rocking one more. And because it's spring, the weather's so nice, we're riding our bike again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, back up, 4, 3, 2, 1 and a half, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a tenth, 0.75, 0.5, 0.25, 5 cents, and relax a few times. Alright, we're meeting on hands and knees. How do you want to get there? Maybe you rock back, cross the ankles, and roll over. Now finding some cat-cows at your own pace. If you'd like to set up a little cushion for your knee, you could use the head pillows, you could use the knee cushions, or you can set up a blanket across the mat. wide, toes together, send the hips back, arms long out in front of you, child pose. Come back to that Ujjayi breath. And if you haven't considered what brought you to yoga class today, maybe now you take a moment to consider it. You have an intention you'd like to set for your practice. Tent the fingers, crawl them all the way to the right side of the room, off the mat, and then flat palms connect with the floor as you get long through that left side body. Tent the fingers, crawl them back through center, and over to the left. Bow the heart towards that left thigh, relax the forehead towards the floor. Keep sitting back through the right hip. Breathe into those right side ribs. Draw the hands back through center. Parallel the shins. And then come up tabletop. Walk the hands forward at handprints. And sit back. Spinal flossing. Inhale rolls you forward, round the upper back. Exhale, arch the spine. Send the hips back over the heels. Keep that going. 2 more. Next time you come forward, maybe you lower halfway down. And then press back up. Nice. 2 more just like that. Slow is strong. Halfway down, elbows tight in at the sides. Nice. And back up. Last one. Maybe this time you lower all the way to the belly. Once you get there, Bhujangasana. Legs together, lift the heart. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more just like that. Could be a baby cobra or a full cobra. Maybe each time you lift just another inch higher. Last one. Press down through the tops of the feet. Press down through the pubic bone. And lower down. Hands and knees, tabletop. Reach that right leg back. Toes are tucked. Hands underneath each shoulder. And think thread the needle dips. We're taking the left arm up. And thread it under. Inhale, reach the left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread it under. 3 more. Nice. On your third one, you don't land. You stay in that dip under. You hover. Take a full breath hovering. And then reach it back up to the sky. Set that left hand down. Take that right knee back in. Fire hydrants with the right knee. So flex the right foot. Keep that right shin and knee at a 90-degree angle. Take it straight out to the side like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. How slow can you lower it back down? 4 more, just like that. Nice. See if you can keep the foot and the knee from touching the floor. Spread the fingers. Give your wrists some support. Do you want to try those things that help sometimes when the wrists are feeling a little achy? There are those things. Do you want to try?
I think I have.
It doesn't work. After your 5th round, you set the knee down. And lift the right knee and the arch of the left foot. And take that left arm to the sky. Maybe find some big circles of that left arm. And then lift it all the way to the sky. Spread the fingers like rays of sun. Flex the left foot. Hover that left leg off the earth. Nice. Yes. This one isn't a back bend. Draw that low belly in. Yeah, nice adjustment. Set the foot back down. Come back, hands and knees. Spinal floss 2 times. To one little half push-up. All the way to the belly. To 2 baby cobras or full cobras. And then back, hands and knees. Slide that left leg back. Keep the left toes tucked. Right arm reaches to the sky. Tip it under, 5 rounds. Slow and strong. Nice job. On the 5th round, you stay for a full breath. Come to that hover. And then reach it back up. Bring that hand back down. Slide that left knee in. And then fire hydrants. Flex the foot. 90-degree knee. Take it right out to the side. Nice. Bring it back down and in. Try to keep the shoulders level. Yeah. 5 rounds at your own breath. Nice job. Find a non-moving point to look at. Fix your gaze, fix your mind. After that 5th round, you set the knee down. You spin left foot out to the left side of the room till it's perpendicular to the mat. Step that right foot back. Bring it in a line with that left knee and the left hand. Take the left arm, right arm up to the sky. Yes. And maybe find some big circles in that arm. Extend the arm, maybe lift that back leg, flex the foot. Gazing at a non-moving point, draw the low belly in. This isn't a back bend. Yet. Set that foot down, come back onto hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Take any movement in your down dog that you may desire. Maybe pedaling the legs, maybe nodding the head yes and no, stretching out the face. Start walking the hands back to meet the feet at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, bend the knees. Exhale, forward fold over your thighs. Hang out here, 3 deep breaths. Allow the head to become heavy, the neck to relax. Maybe as you breathe, your hips lift just a little higher towards the sky. Yeah. Spread the toes. Focus on strong feet as you roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. mat width apart. They're at the edges of the mat. Inhale the arms to the sky. And exhale, right hand clasps left wrist, arch to the right. Inhale, back up. Switch the clasp, arch left. One more time each side. Inhale, back up. Hips, feet hips distance apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands out to high plank. Inhale in high plank. Exhale. I think I said bring the feet hips distance apart, yeah? I don't know. I got like 5 hours of sleep. I apologize. Lower to the belly, nice and slow. You can ground your knees to get there. Inhale, lift the heart, wrap the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your Ujjayi breath. Reconnect with your intention, why you are here today. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Inhale that leg up and back. This time knee to nose, but the foot lands between the hands. Low lunge. Pause and low lunge. 3 deep breaths. Feet are hips distance apart. Yeah. You're on tented fingers. Keep reaching the heart forward. Get long through the crown of the head. Maybe you hover the fingers off the floor for just a moment. And then step to a forward fold. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, strong feet as you rise to high prayer. Exhale, into the heart center. Inhale, arms up, little back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Pause. 3 deep breaths in your low lunge. You were just here. Can you be light in the fingertips? Heart is rushing forward. Crown of the head and that extended back heel are all in a nice line. When you're ready, plant the hands, step back, go through your flow. Do you want a chaturanga in an upward facing dog? Do you want to skip it and take a child's pose? Do you want to lower to the belly and take a baby cobra? Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, forward to plank. Inhale, up and back with that leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Low lunge, 3 deep breaths. Check out your toes. Are they all crunched up and condensed? Broaden your palate of your foot. And then look a little forward. Hover the fingers. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Strong feet, strong legs. Inhale, arms up. Baby back bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep it going. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tent the fingers. Right foot steps back. Find your lunge. 3 breaths. You're either on flat palms or tented fingers. None of that halfway. Yeah. One more deep breath. And then to step back, lift the hips go through your flow. Two more breaths in your down dog. Next inhale, ripple forward to high plank. And ground the knees, sit back, toes pose. Bring the thighs together, shins together, feet together. Spread the toes nice and wide. If toes pose feels like a lot, then stay forward with the chest. The more you sit back and stack the crown over the feet, the more intense it will be. Can we find the left palm cupping the right, the thumbs lightly touching? And can this mudra, this hand position, today represent the meeting of Raga and Dvesha and our still point of neutrality where the thumbs touch, right in the middle? One more deep breath. And shift forward. Paddle out the feet. Find your two blocks. We're going to use them quite a bit today. Bring one on the outside of the right foot, one on the outside of the left foot. And let's do a little bit of camel pose. So, imagine you're wearing a corset and someone has just zipped it tight. Yeah? We're pressing the hips forward. Take the hands to the low back. Lean back. Elbows towards each other behind you. This is enough. And then lift back up. You can take it a little further by landing the left hand on the block, maybe taking the right arm up and back. Keep pressing the hips forward and zipping up that corset. And then rise back up. When you're rising back up, really engage the core. Feel everything. Because that's going to protect your low back from bearing all that weight. Right hand back. It finds the block. Left arm reaches. Find the corset. Come back up. Yogi's choice. Maybe both hands find the blocks. Maybe you find one more of these. We'll stay. 3 deep breaths. When you've had enough, you meet in child's pose. Two more breaths here. Meeting in downward facing dog. Bring those blocks with you to the top of the mat, either side. They can be on their lowest setting for now. From downward facing dog, inhale, shift forward to plank. And exhale, ripple back, downward facing dog. One more just like that, like a wave is running through your body. Moving your spine forward and then the tide pulling it back out. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, scorpion dog. Stack that right hip on top of the left. Squeeze the right heel in towards the butt. Notice if the left shoulder is dipped down. Can you lift it a little higher? Step the foot between the hands. Low lunge. This time, bring your left hand to the block. The right arm sweeps open to the sky. 3 breaths. Nice. Check out that right foot. Are the toes still pointing forward? Check out that right knee. Is it still tracking with the toes or is it winging out? Nice. When that right hand lands, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high prayer. Baby back bend at the top. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that left foot back. Hand to the block. Find your open arm twist. One more time. 3 deep breaths. You've been here before. The toes and the knee. Did I say that wrong?
I don't know.
I said that wrong. Did I say the right hand to the block? Left hand to the block. Yeah.
But you want us on the opposite, okay, well, you want us
No.
on the opposite side or the same side?
Same side.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you on the same side. Apologies if I said that backwards. One more breath. And sweep the hand down, step it back, go through your flow. Inhale, take that left leg to the sky. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Level off the shoulders. Right shoulder forward. Yeah. One more breath. Really squeeze that heel in towards the butt. A little bit more. Yeah. Step the foot between the hands. Low lunge. Left hand to the right hand to the block. Left arm to the sky. 3 deep breaths. That left knee is going to have a tendency of winging out to the side. Can you engage the inner left thigh to keep it squeezing into the midline as you twist open above the belly button? Nice. Engage that back thigh. Lift the back leg a little higher. And float the left hand down. Move the block. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. High prayer. Maybe back bend at the top. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms out and up. Maybe back bend. Exhale, diving over long legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, same side. Step that right foot back. Right hand comes to a block. Left arm to the sky. 3 breaths. And simply observing all of life's experiences as a grateful witness. Two more breaths. Lengthen the back of the neck, soften the jaw. When you're ready, shift forward, paddle out the feet. And then spin that right foot out. Find your modified side plank. You've been here before. Right foot out now. Yeah. Maybe you hover that back foot. Now, yogi's choice, you can add on to this by bending that knee and having that lifted hand reach for the top of the foot. Once you get there, kick that foot into the hand and press the hips forward. Now it is a back bend. Before it wasn't, now it is. It's just optional. Nice. One more deep breath. Can you release the foot without slingshotting it? Set the foot down. Go through one little flow. Hands and knees to the belly. Find your back bend. And back to down dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot to low lunge. Spin the outer edge of the back foot down, warrior two. Circle sweep the arms up. Nice. Warrior two. Check out your blocks. Reach for that one on the right side. Bring it to its highest setting. We're heading towards Ardha Chandrasana. And notice that my hips and my shoulders are going to try their best to stay open to the left side of the room. As I reach, this knee isn't collapsing in, it's not opening out, it's tracking forward. My hand finds the block, my leg lifts. Nice. Crown of the head and the tail are in a nice line. Heel is as high as the hip. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Reach that arm up and back. Circle, sweep the arms down. And find both blocks. Bring them to their highest setting on either side of that right foot. And then heel toe the feet so that they're now mat width apart. Wrap that left hip forward. You're heading towards pyramid pose. So straighten the front leg. You can always stand all the way up if you enjoy this strength work. The strength work comes in engaging both legs, staying long in the spine, and then slowly reaching out over the leg. Eventually, maybe the hands come to the blocks for a bit more support. Spread the toes of that front foot. Ground into the outer edge of that back foot. Two more deep breaths. You got it. Final breath. Really surrender the head towards the shin. At your own pace, you step back, you go through what you need as a flow. Two more breaths in your down dog. Can you send more weight back into the legs by getting longer in the arms, longer in the armpits, longer in the sides of the waist? Inhale, shift forward to high plank. How softly can you ground the knees? Spin the left toes out. Come into your modified side plank. Once you get there, maybe you flex that right foot, maybe you hover it off the ground. Maybe you bend that right knee as the right hand reaches back to the top of the foot. And then you kick that foot into the hand, pressing the hips forward. Nice job. One more deep breath. No slingshotting the leg, release it, set it down, go through your flow, downward facing dog. Left leg sweeps to the sky on your inhale. You find low lunge on your exhale. Spin the outer edge of the back foot down. Your inhale finds warrior two as the arms partial open. You pause here, a couple breaths. And then you identify your left block. Bring it to the pinky side of the foot, about 12 inches in front. Keep the hips open, the shoulders open. Shift the weight onto that left foot. Hand finds the block. Find your corset. Engage that extended right leg. Flex the foot. Stand the sole of your foot on that wall behind you. Arms are extending from the shoulders. Fingers spread. One more breath. Your exhale sends you back, warrior two, right into your peaceful warrior. Up and back. Oh, and then you circle sweep the arms down. You don't go through your flow. You find your blocks. We're heading to pyramid. Wiggle the feet so that they're now hips distance, and you can wrap that right hip forward. Rise up. I'm focusing on really strong feet, engaged thighs as I reach my heart out over that extended leg. When you're ready, the hands may find the blocks for support. Nice. For 2 more breaths, you have a long spine from crown to tail. Your final breath, allow the head to bow as close into the shin as it can. Then you bend that front knee and you step it back, go through your flow. If you need a child's pose, take a child's pose. If you need 3 extra chaturangas, take 3 extra chaturangas.
If I was a girl with gold of sunshine, and my tunes would play on the hard string, would you hear my voice come through the music?
Right leg to the sky on your next inhale. Exhale, step the foot, low lunge. You're heading back to warrior two. Inhale, sweeps you up. Adding on to what we just did. We're heading to Ardha Chandrasana, but watch me before you get there. Setting up the block. I'm heading to Ardha Chandrasana, and I can stay here, focusing on my arms extending out like rays of sun, my leg engaged as high as my hip, or maybe I bend that knee. Maybe I reach back. If it doesn't reach, this is enough. But maybe I press my hips forward, I hold it, I kick into the hand. And then if you're feeling real frisky, you can try balancing your hand. Yeah? I'm not feeling that frisky this morning. All right. So just Ardha Chandrasana is enough. You want to add on to
again. Let it be known
Soft gaze at a non-moving point,
there is a
and a deep
fountain
breath is going to stabilize you.
that was not made.
When you've had enough, maybe one more breath here. Peaceful warrior.
There is no room.
And then circle sweep the hands around to find your 2 blocks for pyramid.
The dawn and the dark of night.
Alright, everybody lengthen your spine enough so that you can gaze at me up here. I'm taking my blocks forward with me, so I'm going to hold them, shift forward, bring them under my shoulders, and then take the right arm to the sky. Woo! That was a good butt workout. I feel that in my right glute. Nice. 2 more breaths. And then you land in pyramid and go through your flow.
But if you fall, you fall alone. If you should stand, who's to guide you? If I knew the way.
Alright, my friends, final push. Inhale the left leg to the sky. You got it. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Circle sweep the arms up for warrior 2. You're heading to half moon. So set up the foot on the outside of the left foot. Come into your half moon. Stack that right hip on top of the left. Maybe then you bend that knee. Maybe that right hand reaches for the foot. Ardha Chandra Chakasana. Nice. One more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Without slingshotting, release the foot. Peaceful warrior. And circle sweep the arms out to find your pyramid pose. Blocks on either side of the foot. This is your final push. Your body has been prepped for this exact pose. Take those blocks forward so that when you shift your chest forward, the blocks are underneath your shoulders. Flex that right foot. Try to stamp the sole of your right foot on that back mirror, and then lift the left arm to the sky. Spread those fingers like rays of sun. Beautiful. Can you find 2 more deep, slow breaths? And then find pyramid. Go through your flow. We'll all meet in child's pose. You did it!
Think on the good times together. Those who are apart will grow. One of these days, I'm gonna sit down and write a letter to all the good friends I know.
3 more breaths in your child's pose, and then we're heading to pigeon. If you know you love pigeon, great, you can start making your way there. If you know that your knee does not love pigeon, you can roll onto your back and find figure 4 instead. Yeah. So from hands and knees, take that right leg back. I like walking my hands forward so they're not under my shoulders. And then I take my right knee out to the pinky, and then start wiggling that foot so that it's pointing. Whatever that word is. Yeah, no, not all the way perpendicular. That's a word. Sit up. Spend a couple breaths here.
down in LA, all the way to Nashville, and New York City, to my Canadian prairie home.
5 more deep breaths.
My friends are
How can you settle into this pose just 2% deeper than you did when you first got here?
summer week.
Relax through the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw.
One of these days, I'll sit down and write a letter to all the good friends I know. One of these days, one of these days, one of these days, and it won't be long. It won't be
Starting to plant the hands
one of these days.
and lift yourself back up. If anything is under the right butt cheek, pull it out so that you can roll onto that butt. Left leg out. Right foot to the inner left thigh. When we turn towards that right leg, deep inhale, deep exhale. Keep the heart turning towards the right side of the room. Lift the right arm up and reach for that left foot. Left foot and thigh are engaged. Nice. 2 more breaths here. Remember that heavy sandbag. Now it's on your right hip crease. Round through the right butt cheek to find a bit more length in the spine. Circle sweep that arm back up. And it comes down behind you as you pick your hips up. One more time. Find big circles of that left arm. Big back strokes. And set the hips back down. Find your block. Everybody's favorite. Let's put it on the outside of the left foot. Interlace fingers around the front of that right shin. Point the left toes. And then up and over for 10. Sit up tall. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift the heart. 2. Last one. Nice. Flex that foot. Step right foot over the left. Wrap left arm around the right thigh. And tent those right fingers behind you. Press down through both sits bones to get taller through the spine. 5 deep breaths in your twist. See if you can press down through the big toe of the right foot a little bit more. Engage the left thigh and press it down a little bit more. And your next exhale unravels you. Plants your hands on the other side, baby bow. Extend the legs. Now would you like to get back onto hands and knees for your second side of pigeon pose? Maybe rock back. And then shift from hands and knees, hands come forward. You extend left leg back. And then take that left knee to the pinky of the left hand. Point left toes towards the back windows. Sit up tall. That right leg is long, extended back behind you. Your next exhale starts bowing your chest forward.
Cold steel rail, smell from there. Do you think you could tell?
butt cheek so you can swing that right leg around. Left foot to the inner right thigh. Engage that right leg. Turn the heart towards the left. Full inhale. Full exhale. Yep. Inhale, take that left arm up. And reach for that right foot. Keep spiraling the heart open towards the sky. Wrapping that left armpit in towards the face. Pressing down through the butt so that you get longer in your low back and your mid back. Are we still finding those deep breaths? One more. Inhale, picks you up, plants the left hand behind you. You roll onto that left shin as your hips lift, and that right arm sweeps around, maybe 5 big circles. Final lap, allow the head to relax back. Oh, and set the hips back down. And take the left knee, point it towards the ceiling. Interlace fingers around the front of it. Oh, move your block outside of the right foot. Okay, sit up tall. Keep that. Point right toes, and we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've never seen Kim look more happy. That's what I look like. Every time I attend a yoga class, the teacher will call me out and be like, "Do you ever smile?" And I'm like, "Yoga's the only time I don't smile." Let's come down to our back. Take a block with you. So, if you have a specific back bend practice or inversion practice, we're going to find those. If you don't, we can all do a restorative bridge together, bringing the block underneath the hips, underneath the sacrum, either on its lowest or middle setting. Again, if you have a full bridge or a full wheel pose that you wish to come into, you're always welcome to do that. If the block feels too hard, you can always put the bolster underneath your hips as well. yourself around so that your head is facing, the crown of your head is facing us at the front of the room. And then you have a bolster. How do you want to use the bolster? Some of you really enjoy this Stonehenge situation that we've been doing. I personally love Stonehenge plus our little mermaid tail, where I can wrap the strap around my thighs, bring my legs up onto the Stonehenge, and then, I can release every muscle in my legs, but the strap holds it in place. It's really nice. But if you have another form of Shavasana that you prefer, please take it. Gently rolling over to your right side. Pausing there for a couple breaths. You're in no rush. Joining us back in a comfortable seat when you're ready. So yesterday morning when I wanted to pin down, capture and own that moment where the dewdrops were sparkling on every single blade of grass and birds were singing just right, it reminded me of one of my favorite quotes by William Blake. To see the world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. To see the world in a grain of sand, and heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. It's all here. It's all happening right now. How daunting and exciting. Hopefully, we don't miss it. Let's close it. 3 deep bones from the heart. Clearing inhale. Big sigh. Inhaling for all. Beautiful. Open your mouth nice and wide. Deep inhale. Last one, brightest one. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, my friends. Namaste, Ji. Namaste. Thank you. Avi and I will not be performing in studio again, other than the festival. We'll be performing all day at the festival until maybe late summer.
Yeah.
Avi's in grad school for social work. He's one of those really good humans.
Hey, sucks.
He's a really good human.